everyone! How are you all doing today? Hope you're all having a wonderful day today. Oh, hello to Mingo. Hopefully the kitten is doing wonderful. Brian says that he is first. Welcome in, everyone. Aurora, hello also. Welcome. All right, let me go ahead and turn on the webcam. Hi, everyone. Welcome from the apartment. Welcome on in. Are you ready for the garden stream today? How's everyone liking April so far too? Happy April Fools or whatever y'all say. I always like that April showers bring me flowers. That's always my favorite thing. It's the perfect thing for planting. I don't know if you guys just heard Remi going, Remi girl, are you not getting all the attention? Oh, I was gonna try some different music today. We'll see how that works, making sure that it is copyright safe and stuff like that. Is that good to go? Can y'all hear it? You'll let me know if you can hear it. April has been very fooly so far. You're a big one for April Fools. Do you normally April Fools like everyone or just like a few people? Do you plan ahead? I'm actually really excited for doing gardening stuff today. I haven't been able to get a whole lot done. My body absolutely hated me last week, and luckily though, I was able to get in to see like a chiropractor and stuff. See, yesterday? I think it was yesterday because I had to take it really easy. Oh man. But today is so much better. Even last night was amazing. I was able to actually fully function. We streamed last night some Call of Duty, which I'm kind of hoping to maybe stream Call of Duty again this evening or something else. And also starting earlier tomorrow. I'm kind of thinking to do some Cinnabunny or Monster Hunter Rise. I want to play some Monster Hunter Rise before I play Monster Hunter World. Oh, your stream's laggy. You only caught the end of that? Oh, April showers bring May flowers? I'm sorry the stream is laggy. It does say that my bit rate is red. So hopefully it's going okay. Aurora says yes. Oh, that's what I was replying to you. Also, hello to Mingo the kitten. I call all cats kittens. They're all kittens to me. Cats and their adorableness. Are we ready to make some soil today? Some soil for our potted plants? Should I use my Lowe's bucket first or my Tractor Supply bucket first? You call him Puppy? Oh, that is cute. Remi girl, are you Puppy? Remi. Oh, there she is. Hi, are you a puppy? Yes, are you a sweet puppy? Oh. Remi is also a puppy, even though she is 7 years old. Are you 7? Yes. She is also always my puppy. All right, so I'm actually really excited about getting this all in today. I want to try to mix my soils together. Once I'm done getting my soils mixed together, I want to upplant my snake plant. And well, I'm not really upplant it, but at least cut off all the disease pieces off of it. And then once all the disease pieces get off, then I want to look at a lot of my planters. I want to put the rest of the soil in the planters to figure out how much space that I have and how much soil I have to actually plant stuff. Because a lot of my seedlings did die. The mushrooms that were growing in my soil kind of killed everything off. I was hoping that a lot of the stuff would survive. Some of my basil survived. One of my spinaches, I think it was my Egyptian spinach or my New Zealand spinach, I'll have to look, did survive, and my radishes pretty much died. So we're gonna have to start from the beginning. The lowest bucket, ooh, I can do that, especially since it's blue. I like that it's blue. Fish are water puppies, birds are sky kittens. Ooh, I like sky kittens. All right, so when you guys, do you guys ever put together your own soil mixes? Like I still have, this soil probably still has stuff in it from the potting mix, so it does have like perlite in it, but I like adding some of my own stuff just to kind of be on the safe side. So I'll add some of my own perlite and also some of my own vermiculite. Anything that I can do to try to help potted plants, I will try to do that. See, there's even, oh, this is actually vermiculite, isn't it? What did I do with my perlite? There it is. Oh, did I finish? I think I finished using my other bag of perlite. Okay. So the things that it says about vermiculite, it says it encourages better root growth. It's also an absorbent mineral. Okay, so pretty much it retains moisture in the soil. So that's really, really good. And then the perlite will actually help with like airflow in the soil. So nothing should rot in there. But I love playing with it because it's really, really shiny. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it or not. We'll find out. Hold on. Can you guys kind of see that it's a little shiny? Here, let me bring it up close. Can you see that it's really, really shiny? You might not be able to. Oh, that is totally okay. There are lots of people that do not have plants or gardens of their own, and they like watching gardening videos. I mean, before I could garden, I would watch a ton of gardening videos because I absolutely loved it. Okay, I did have a container that I was going to use for this, but now part of me just wants to use my hands. But everyone starts somewhere. Do you like eating vegetables? You could look at growing some cat grass for mango. I actually have some cat grass. I have some oak cat grass and even some variegated cat grass. So it's like normal strands of grass. Like this is a snake plant, but think of it being like all green and then having like white streaks in it. It's really, really cool. You'll work on your art. What are you drawing today? You wish that you had the time and space to? Sometimes you can grow almost anything. I know that it probably drives my sister crazy, but I like keeping plants right next to the sink so that they're easy to water. But they're like food scrap plants. So I've already harvested from my green onions several times and just sticking them in water in a cup and they'll regrow. I might also have some other things in that cup that I need to plant out, including 2 avocado seeds. I really need to get those out of there because right now they're fully submerged in water. And I'm not sure if having them fully submerged in water is good. I think you're supposed to have them have some access to air in order for them to germinate really well. I see a seed and I have to save it. Like I feel so bad even like if I see a tomato seed, I'll sometimes grab it and save it from like a sandwich and see if I can grow it. I've done that before, and I've actually grown successful plants from that. But I do the perlite. Perlite! Perlite's kind of fun, except for it does tend to be very powdery. The top of this is kind of powdery, but it's mostly like white, like little pebbles. So it's almost like, it's not styrofoam, but it kind of reminds me of styrofoam. Aurora, do you have any plants that you like to eat? I see a lot more often now towers, like garden towers, becoming more prevalent, where people like to grow vertically. So like in a 2 square foot space, well, 2 to 4 square foot face, or that 2 to a 4 square foot place, people being able to grow a lot of plants. And if you don't have grow lights set up for it, you can always have it in front of a window and then rotate it. Oh my goodness, there is a hawk outside. Sorry, I get distracted. It is really cool. It's sitting on top of the light post outside. It's a red tail hawk. It has a little bit, it looks like, of a white underbelly, but the tail, the top part of it, is like an orangish reddish. It must be a smaller hawk, or maybe it's a different kind. Oh, it just flew away. That was really cool. I get distracted. You're drawing skies for the Hermitcraft Art Gallery. Ooh, oh, skiz. You liberate the seeds and put them in your pockets. Pockets, purse. Yep. My pockets and my purse and my backpack. I can't remember where I was one time, but I remember after I had gotten home, it was probably on a work trip. I had cleaned out my purse and there were a ton of seeds in the bottom. And from then on, I try to carry smaller bags in my purse. So that way, if I do collect any seeds, I can actually put them in a baggie right away instead of having them wandering all over my purse. You get every pigeon now and then, a pigeon every now and again. A red kite if you're super duper lucky. Oh, words right now, my goodness. Okay, so the first mixture I had put in here, it seemed like it had a lot of stuff in it, like I put too much in. So I'm just putting a few more scoops of soil in and remixing it because it looked like there was too much and not enough soil. So I don't want it to be, I want to make sure that the ratio is right. I don't want to have too much of the vermiculite and perlite in it. I want it to seem, I know a lot of people like having M&Ms and trail mix, but you kind of want to have more of the protein and less of the sweets. So it's like making your own trail mix, but for your plants. But Aurora, if you could grow something, what would you grow? Or would you rather, instead of growing like a vegetable, would you rather grow like a type of house plant? I like my snake plants because they're supposed to be one of the plants that produce the most amount of oxygen. And I think for the lifestyle that I kind of have right now, or even just where people are inside a lot, especially during the winter months, or just doing anything if you're inside a lot, especially since like Remi is inside a lot during the day, the only times that she goes out. is like when we go for walks or when she needs when she needs to go outside. So like a lot of people spend a lot of time inside, and it always makes me wonder like, okay, how good is the uh, air circulation and oxygen inside of homes? So snake plants produce a lot of oxygen, so I thought that that was like one of the perfect plants to have inside. And they're very low maintenance. There have been times where I've gone a month or two without watering it, and it's still fine. Excuse me. I know I was coughing, I think from the perlite. Tomorrow is your last day of school before holidays? What holidays do you have coming up? I can barely remember what a red kite looks like for a bird. It makes me very, very curious. I want to look it up. Oh, that's right. Easter. Isn't Easter towards the end of the month, though? Nope, Easter is in a few weeks. Oh, you have a lot of time off then? That's a lot of time off for the holidays. Do you like that you have that much time off of school? Normally for like growing up for me, I think we had like an extended weekend for Easter. We never had that much time off. That is amazing. I think you're absolutely right. Term dates are probably very different in the UK. Okay, so this looks a little bit better. I'm gonna still put a little bit more soil in, just because I know that part of this that I sterilized also had some potting mix in it. So there was some potting mix, perlite and vermiculite still in it. So it still had a good amount already in the soil. I do know that a lot of garden centers, they like to put a lot of perlite in their soil because they have to water um, a lot more plants. So it helps to have a little bit more airflow in there. Hi, Rivers. Are you trying to be nice and close? Yeah. Do you want to say hello to everyone? Oh. Good girl. Did you hear Remy say hello? Remmers. Remy girl. You can come lay down. Just be careful with the computer cord. Do you want to come lay down? Here, come on. She loves being close. I did fill up her food bowl several times today. She was so excited. Tell Remy I say hi back. Ooh, Remy, Fiona Nitty says hi back. Do you want to come say hello? Oh yeah? Do you want to tell him about your morning? What did you do this morning? Do you want to come tell him about your morning? Here, come on. Come tell him about your morning. Oh my goodness. So this morning, it was so cold outside, but we were able to go for walkies, and luckily it was not like yesterday where we got both rained and snowed on. Um, this morning though, we did get a bunch of snowflakes. It was really pretty out this morning. It was snowing in the mountains. We could see the snow. And it was really, really windy for a while. And then all of a sudden the wind just like stopped for a little bit. And then it was it was snowing like little tiny rain pellets almost, or like ice pellets. It was really pretty. It is. You can look up a lot of information on it. I suppose you could consider it a very small hail because it wasn't actually snowflakes, but I still consider it just like a pellet snow because they're like little tiny pellets almost. I don't really consider it a hail unless it gets like bigger hard chunks. Plus, it was still really pretty. It actually snowed a little bit ago. I was getting ready to start my stream, and I was like, "Oh, should I start my stream or should I have some lunch first?" So I had some lunch first. That's sleet. So I would consider a sleet a very heavy, wet, rainy snow. Where it's almost rain. I said rain pellet, but I meant an ice, like a snow pellet. I did misspeak. All right, so I'm gonna fill my bucket this full, my 5-gallon bucket of soil. See, that went way faster than I thought it was going to. That's good. So Lowe's bucket is complete. With my broom, because I do tend to get soil everywhere. I make a mess. My plan is to have this all cleaned up by the end of today. I'm gonna hope, but I make no guarantees. Okay, let's put all this soil in my bucket. So the top soil that I sterilized is from a different bag, so that barely has any perlite or vermiculite in it already. But the soil that I sterilized first was actually a potting mix. So there is some perlite and vermiculite in that. I don't know if you guys can actually see that on the screen. Can you guys actually see that? Ooh, this is still a little bit wet. Can you guys see that dripping? At least all the moisture evaporating into the apartment has actually been really, really good. But there is some in here yet. Yesterday you got rain, the day before you had rain. It's your rainy season right now though, right? Isn't it your rainy season in the UK? Let's break that soil apart. All right, so I filled my bucket a little less than half full, and now I'll start putting some more perlite and vermiculite in it. We'll do a couple handfuls. I like vermiculite just because of all the shininess. It's so shiny. It's like fairy dust of the garden. The first time I actually worked with vermiculite, I had a marigold potting mix, like a seed starting potting mix, and it came in like this little box. I think I got it from the dollar store or something. And all it was filled with was just vermiculite and marigold seeds, and it was the coolest thing ever to open it up and have this box full of flower seeds and shiny little particles. I was in heaven. It was amazing. Every season there is a rainy season. Is it really? Do you guys really get that much rain? Do you guys not have like a drier season? Okay, I'm putting about 1.5 cups in here. 2 cups. Let's do 2 cups of perlite. Whew. Sleet refers to a type of precipitation that occurs when raindrops partially freeze into ice pellets as they fall through a layer of cold air near the ground, unlike snow, which forms entirely of ice crystals. Sleet starts as a liquid rain before freezing mid-air. It can make surfaces slippery and often resembles tiny transparent balls of ice when it accumulates. But it didn't make anything slippery though. It just made it seem like little balls of snow everywhere. You can say ducky or puddle, whichever. I've responded to both. I like Ducky the most though, because I I didn't realize until like I don't know a couple months ago. Uh, Someone had said something about oh Ducky this, and I was like yep. And in the back of my brain, I was like, where have I heard that before? And it reminded me of Ducky from Land Before Time. Do y'all ever remember that? Dryer season is like a month and a half. Oh no! Oh my goodness. So you guys are definitely not used to that type of weather then when it happens. Only a month and a half of it? Oh my goodness. So apologies. Christina, hello. What flowers am I going to be planting? I'm definitely going to plant some marigolds because I want to make sure that I keep any type of like pests away that might be getting to the apartment. Plus they're just so pretty. I wouldn't mind though planting like a calendula plant. It's really hard to try to pick and choose what to plant because I'm going from having 31 large planting boxes to only having roughly an 8-foot by 4-foot patio space now. But I am looking forward to a future where to be able to grow a lot more. Later this year is my hope. Fingers crossed, right? That putting some plants in the ground. You went to Disneyland once, and honestly, Florida is really, really hot and humid. I would definitely say, right? Disneyland is in Florida. Disney World is in California. That was Florida. Okay. Christina, if you could plant flowers, what kind of flowers would you plant? If I could plant like a whole bunch of flowers right now, I would totally plant some of my snapdragons and some of my zinnias. I have some really pretty candy striped zinnias that look like they are like speckled with paint. It's really cool. I really want to try to grow a ton of dahlias in the future because from what I understand is that the tuber of the dahlia is also actually edible. So you can make it like a potato. Oh, Desert Fire! Is that Desert Fire? Welcome and thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. You saw the NASA rocket thing that's going? Desire Fire? Oh, you're welcome. Welcome on in. Thank you for being here. Oh, Phelan, you were there for the launch. That is actually really, really awesome. That's one of the things on my bucket list is to see a rocket launch. I think that would be so cool. Oh, I just scratched my fingernails on the bag. Sorry if that sounded loud. It was ages ago when you saw it. I'm in the Northwest, so I'm in Idaho. Now the state is very, very long from end to end. It is potato country, so if you ever see like an Idaho potato, there's a lot of potato fields and stuff out here. And it's definitely a very, very big climate change from going from living in Tennessee to now out here in Idaho. The growing days are definitely shorter, but some of the days are actually longer. During the summer months, because we're so far north, um, we'll actually have light longer throughout the day. I know Trilly's not here, but it always amazes me that she lives so far north that during the winter months, she'll have days where it'll be dark all the time, and then during the summer months, it'll be light for most of the day. Idaho the potato for the amazing world of Gumba. I don't think I've ever seen that. That sounds familiar though. From Gumball? Okay, this little twig, oh, there we go. Now it'll break apart. So if I ever have like bigger pieces of mulch in my soil, I always like to try to break them down even further just to kind of give them a head start. Plus, I don't always like when I'm planting and moving stuff around that I end up having like a big, huge stick in my soil. If it's a bigger piece of mulch that I cannot break apart, I'll actually just set it completely aside. And then I'll let it dry out, and then I'll use it for like mulch on the top of something. Most recently, I'll probably use it as mulch by my aloe plants that I upplanted last time. Polar opposite time zones. I think it's currently like 4 p.m. I think for me right now. Yep, just about. In the afternoon. That's afternoon sun coming in from outside. All right, let me get the rest of my soil in the top of my bucket here. Let me actually add maybe another handful of vermiculite and perlite. So shiny vermiculite and the white perlite. Ooh. Oh, look how staticky it is. And very dusty. I feel like this is, I don't remember it being this dusty last time. Last time I had a bag, my perlite was, the white balls in here were like way, way bigger. And right now they're very, very, this is like the biggest one right now. It reminds me of Dippin' Dots. There we go. Oh, welcome back, everyone. It did not pop up for me at first saying that there was a ad. So I apologize. But welcome back. Welcome back from the ad. I was just adding shiny vermiculite and the white perlite. Excuse me. So that's one thing that I wonder about. I guess I've never really noticed it over on YouTube. I don't think you guys get ads during streams, do you? Because I don't have it currently monetized over on YouTube. I think I need to, because I hadn't posted in so long, like it takes the monetization or anything away from the channel. And then I think you have to like re-meet the requirements for to have monetization abilities back again. So I don't think that they're able to put ads on it until I get to that point again. And I do still have soil in my tin over here that I sterilized. But I definitely, I always forget when you add water to soil how much it compacts down to. That definitely happens often. Okay, so now my tractor supply bucket is also full. Has a good mix of both the vermiculite and the perlite into the soil. And if you end up having a little bit too much in there, that's totally okay. That's always my thought. I do not know why I'm coughing though. I totally have perlite and vermiculite everywhere. All right, and I'm kind of guessing that because we found out that my aloe plant was sick, and now that we know that my snake plant is sick and it has the different spotting on that needs to get cut off, I definitely want to make sure that we re-sterilize the soil that's in here. So that's why I actually want to uproot everything and take everything out. So I know that the soil is a little bit wet. Do I have roots sticking out the bottom though? I don't think so. So one really cool thing that I do with some of my coffee grounds is with my snake plant, I sometimes put coffee grounds, they're like my used coffee grounds, in on top of the soil to help with any like bug control in the apartment. We're totally gonna dump this out as much as we can without making too much of a mess. Yeah, see, somehow this one got uprooted a little bit. So this one just completely died. So I'm actually gonna throw this one completely out. When I first started with a snake plant, I only started with like a few stalks, and I actually propagated all of this. Oh yeah, this definitely has a lot. It definitely needs an upplanting. But you can totally see all of the styrofoam peanuts that I used to help keep the pot actually really nice and light. But yeah, you can definitely tell that the soil is not healthy in here. So I probably should have upplanted it right when I moved, but I did not have time. So I'm glad that we're doing this today. Yep, it totally needs it. And I'll actually just sterilize the packing peanuts right with it. Or throw them out, one of the two. But yep, it definitely needs it. We're gonna break this all apart. All of the old soil is gonna go right back in this white bucket. Yeah, look at that, it's just not healthy soil. You can see where there's still some good soil in there, where it's nice and dark, but all this light stuff, not so much. I want to separate out all the plants from the soil first, and then I'm going to go through and cut off any parts that need to get cut off. I'm actually really tempted to, after I rinse these off, to stick them in water for a while and give them a really good watering. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll give them a really good watering. Okay, let me stand up and get a bucket with water. Can you guys hear the music, by the way? Is it loud enough for you guys? You'll have to let me know if it is or not. Okay. And I have a bucket for water somewhere. Yep, I have a lot of pots that I washed out. I have a lot more ones that I need to actually still wash yet and sterilize. So lots of stuff that I'm going to be doing today. Normally, if I would have thought ahead a little bit more for this, I would have filled this up a while ago and just let it sit out to have all the chlorine evaporate off. Oh, that was me, Remi. Sorry. That was just me. She was like, I think I hear someone knocking. Oh, Remers, that was just me. Oh, man. There we go. All right, come on, sweet snake plant. Look how long the roots are. So originally when I propagated, I probably just took this little cutting. I snipped off and had like a section probably only like this big, and I stuck it in water. It grew out roots, and then it grew a pup into its own separate plant. So we'll definitely, oh yeah, some of this soil, I think the reason why it's so light like that is because it's actually it became hydrophobic. So soil is normally supposed to absorb water, but if it becomes hydrophobic, it actually repels water. And I think you can do like a hydrogen peroxide mix. I think I'd have to look it up um, to be able to pretty much break into the molecules of the soil to have it be able to rehydrate again. It's so cool though, just to break this apart though. Trying to get as many packing peanuts off the bottom. I'm hoping that will help me be able to separate some of these plants. Maybe? No? Oh, you know what? I used a tool last time. I decided to wear a dress today. So I feel kind of awkward a little bit. I don't always wear dresses in public. Choo, choo, choo. Okay, back to where we go. This almost reminds me of like art class back in the day and like sculpting into the soil or into the clay. Not soil. This is soil. Try to get off as much of the soil as possible before I stick it in the water. Oh, some of the roots just came off. That should be okay. Oh, this one's actually growing a separate, maybe a separate stalk off the same one? Oh no, just the same stalk. Just growing multiple leaves. The leaves are kind of separating a little bit. Take some of the dead leaves off while I'm doing this. But what is everyone up to today? I know for a bunch of people, some people are probably getting off of work, heading home. I'll see here, this one has rot all the way down here. Or if not rot, at least some of the spot. And since it's only in that one spot, I'm actually gonna cut this one already. I'm gonna cut down below this leaf and right above this leaf. There's a little bit on the very, very top here, some spots. So I'll cut that off and then stick it in the water the way down it was. I'm gonna cut the top part a little bit at an angle just so I know that this is the top, the straight edge is the bottom. Because I can actually grow new roots off of that and a whole new plant. And the reason that I cut that one now already is because I didn't want to miss that spot again. Or I didn't want to miss that spot the next, when I go through and actually remove all the rest of the spots. Because it's down farther than you think it would be. A lot of these other ones are all towards the top. Okay, this root is still in there pretty good. Bri, you're headed home to pack? Well, drive safe. Are you gonna hang out in the stream while driving home? Just no texting and driving. Texting and driving is not a good idea. It's illegal in most states, isn't it? Pretty sure. I hope so. You'll still be here? Thank you. I know, I'm still getting used to gardening streams. It's still a new concept for me a little bit. Having it here in the apartment. I still like it though. I like hanging out with y'all. Okay, can I get this one out yet? Nope. I don't necessarily want to like rip roots apart. So I try to be as gentle as possible. Some of this though has been together for a very long time, so it's very well packed in there. Yep. Let me go ahead and put some of the soil back in the bucket. It's kind of cool because I've never heard any of this music before. I'm super thankful that I got a recommendation for this music. Ton more soil. Can you guys see that all just like drop apart? Woo! Okay, there's one. Okay. See if I can shake this and shake loose any more soil. See, I always have so much fun working with plants. Silver Wolf, hello! Silver Wolf, how are you doing today? Garden stream. I know I'm streaming on a slide outside. Might be getting dirt in my hair, but that's okay. It'll be just fine. Look, we have our snake plants. So pretty. My soil has definitely become hydrophobic, so I'm glad that we're going to be taking any disease off and getting them in some water. Gonna get them upplanted. There's some soil stuck in there. There we go. Oh, that just flung right in my face. Silver Wolf is redeeming a treat for Remi. We can totally do that. Remi girl, would you like to redeem a treat? Oh. Reach in the Remi Treats. Remi girl. I'm not sure. Can you see her? Here, touch. Can you touch? Good girl. Oh, okay. Is it a normal treat? Remi girl, can you say thank you? Yes, good girl. Good girl, Remmers. That was such a good thank you. So, thank you so much for redeeming the Remi treat. Super, super appreciate it. Thank you. Was that yummy? Oh, that was so yummy, wasn't it? Oh, it's a good girl. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. I know I have soil in my hands. Do you like it? Do you miss it? You do? She's such a good girl. Silver Wolf, thank you for that treat redemption. Is that super, super good? Yeah. Ooh, one thing that I maybe want to see about doing is Remi loves playing with her cousins. There are two other dogs that are Australian Shepherds, and she loves playing with them. Yes, she does. I'm wondering if later, after I come back from my next work trip, that my work trip and trip, that maybe I can see if my sister-in-law is looking at planting anything out in her little garden, that maybe I can ask her if I can stream it and you guys maybe see Remi run around. But Silver Wolf, what are you up to today? Oh, there we go. That fell apart. Time to get this apart. I can't believe how big some of these leaves have grown. They used to be so tiny. Get all of this soil that repels water right now off of these poor roots. Ooh, there's a new root growth right here. I need to set it up better where you guys can actually see more of what I'm doing. Why don't I bring the camera a wee bit closer? How's that sound? Do, do, do. Let's see without dropping anything. Okay, I'm not sure how much closer that actually went. Did it go a little bit closer? Maybe, maybe not. Ooh, Silver Wolf, what did you eat for dinner? Oh yeah, look at all this soil. You see how light colored it is? It's all hydrophobic, which where it won't absorb any of the water to get nutrients to the plant. And then the plant has tried to pull any nutrients from it that it can, and from the soil that it can. So even after I sterilize this soil, I might mix it in with some other soil and I wish I had some compost. or a compost bin to put it in. I do also want to look at wiping down the leaves, because even the leaves on indoor plants, you have to be aware that sometimes they absorb a lot of stuff through their leaves. So you also need to wash the leaves sometimes, or even wipe them off with like a damp cloth. You had some rye bread and stuff like that? Like a sandwich? Monaco! Hello! Monaco, how's your day going? Welcome to my garden stream. Let's take off that dead leaf. So much hydrophobic soil. I kind of want to cry for my plant right now. Good, thanks. Do you have a lot of plans for this week? Or what have you been up to? I know it's a lot of people just had their weekend. My weekend, I probably spent a little bit too much time in pain. But I'm so happy I went to the chiropractor yesterday. Oh my goodness. I feel like it was life-changing. Seriously, life-changing. My neck was off more than I thought it was. And my muscles were definitely very, very tight. I need to make sure that I'm drinking a lot of water today. And also that I know I'm going to be sore, but I need to make sure that I'm moving around still and whatnot. Oh, you know what? I'm still on my first cup of coffee yet for the day, too. Fries redeeming a hydrate. Very fine, thank you. I do have a separate thing of just electrolytes, too. Very fine. Thank you so much for redeeming a hydrate. Hydration is so important. If anyone else needs to hydrate, please do so. I'm actually going to grab the electrolytes, too, to hydrate with. Ooh, all my ice is gone in there. I like cold, cold water. You ever little ratties and they're so cute? Oh, they're cute little. Do they have right? Their ears are rounded. But yeah, that's just adorables. Ooh, ooh, it came out. I couldn't get this one out because the end of the root was stuck in the bundle of roots from the rest of the pack yet. So I could not get it free. Now it is free. You're a free little plant. Ooh. So this leaf stalk that I propagated actually shot out into 2 little pups. So there are actually 2 different snake plants on here. Now I've never gone through the process yet of separating them from their original stalk. So I just haven't done that yet. I actually need to research and see what the best way to do that is. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep it connected. I might actually recut this down and see if this piece will actually shoot up new pups again, because it's actually growing bigger as well. For any of you guys that do not know, that's how you propagate snake plants. You take a leaf cutting and you make sure that you know what is top and what is bottom, because that's still important to do. And you put that bottom part in water and it'll start to grow roots, and then those roots will turn, you'll end up having a pup growing out of one of the sections. And a pup is like a plant having puppies. That's just what they call it. Bananas have pups. Snake plants have pups. Aloe plants have pups. I like that, pocket dogs. Ooh, that came apart pretty well. Now this is definitely still two separate plants because here are two main cuttings that I had. I can see that. But it actually grew a whole nother pup in there. Oh yeah, that soil is definitely ucky. Not good soil. We need happier plants. It makes me so happy to play in the soil. Very, very gently go along the root stems so that way I don't break off any of the little roots that are coming off of the main stem, but I want to make sure that any soil that's attached to the roots is coming off. I have a bucket of water here that I'm putting it into to kind of soak the roots, give them a really nice good watering. Have them be happy and get all the ucky soil off of them before we repot them up. Oh yeah, because look at all that soil that was built up on them. You can see like the color difference, how it was really, really light where it was underneath the soil. And then when the soil or the part of the plant that's open to the air is so much darker. So my plant was very sad. I'm so glad I have my plants here now though. And I'm sad I have not been able to get to it to care to it for it more. I'm doing better self-care for my plants and for myself. Your rats like digging? You need to get them a soil bowl? Ooh. Do they like digging through just soft stuff or do they like digging through hard stuff also? Would coconut core be too much for them? Like shredded coconut fibers? They would make great little gardeners. Well, maybe. They might have to stop and have snackies. I know that you can get like compressed coconut core blocks. Is that something that they would ever dig through? I like coconut core blocks. Getting those for seed starting on a regular basis. This year is obviously a little bit different just because I'm not doing like a ton of plants. I'm only just doing what I have the ability to grow here right now. But normally I would soil start with coconut core because I'd be doing a large number of seeds in a confined space where bugs then won't put their eggs in the coconut core. They would rather do it into soil. Oh, you never tried that? Lava, well, come on in. Ooh, I love sandwiches. Ooh, I just heard some roots break out. You never tried that? I'm wondering if they would like the coconut fibers. They love soft stuff and they love making a mess. Well, the coconut core is definitely compressed coconut fiber, so it would definitely potentially um, be both confined and also make a mess. I know that when you soak it in water, It, I think I had a coconut core block, a block that was about a foot by 5 inches, expanded to about 5 gallons, 5 or 6 gallons of soil. Well, not technically soil, but of expanded coconut core. Oh, they're fast asleep at the moment. Are they sleeping in your pockets right now? Oh, lava, that type of stuff, that's why it's not being popped up, because it's getting auto-modded, and you are possibly going to get auto-banned because saying such things are not very nice. They're in their hammock. Oh. That is very, very cute. They are snoring too. I don't think I've ever heard one snore before. Remi loves snoring. she, how's it going? Welcome on in. Oh, must have missed something. Um, the automod is holding messages, and I'm not sure if it'll auto ban or if it needs the ban hammer. The green sword of destiny. Did it call you? Did you have like an inkling? Was the green sword of destiny calling your name? Ooh, you might have just gotten your hair cut. Ooh, I actually need to cut my hair. I thought about doing it this morning and last night. I thought about actually cutting my hair last night. Um, I might only just cut off enough of it so I'm not sitting on it sometimes. Oh my goodness, look at my soil is so hydrophobic. Look how light colored it is. And it should be a nice deep rich color. And here's my soil. It's hydrophobic. Oh, Motoko, it's so cute. Oh, I wish I could see them sleeping and snoring. Or like hear the sound. I love when Remi makes her woofing noises when she's dreaming. I should actually video that sometime. If there's ever a time when she is sleeping on her cushion or she woofs in her sleep, it is adorable. Oh, the queue is clean though? Okay. I know I can see it on my side. I probably should just ban it, but I kind of left it. Just because my, my hands are halfway full of soil and I didn't want to get dirt in my keyboard. I could actually wipe it off, but I'm almost done. I only have a few more snake plants to get the soil off of. Oh, I wish I would show you too, because it kind of made me laugh. I may have fed the trolls slightly. Something about make me a sandwich, and I was like, oh, I love sandwiches. I would totally make sandwiches for everyone. And then they said something that was not very nice. That also got held by the autoban. People are so silly. Oh, is that gonna... Oh, that did break right off. Okay, so that pup broke off all on its own. That's pretty cool. You got a fur baby card for Mother's Day, Motoko. That is adorable. cute. We love when the plants cooperate. I know. It broke off so nicely. So a lot of my plants, I still have it connected to the main branch that I did the cutting from for my snake plants. So the fact that this one broke off of its main one so nicely, it's awesome. I've never broken one off myself before, so I'm hesitant to do so, but I can totally cut this one more time and possibly get a whole nother plant from it, which is totally something that I'm gonna try. Today though, I'm definitely gonna cut off all the disease parts. Can you guys see that? In the different spots? I'm pretty sure that's different disease. I'm just gonna cut that right underneath and toss it. If I had a burn pile, I would totally burn it, but I do not have one here. I would not compost it. Not unless you have like not unless you do like a hot compost, or even if you have a compost that's like a 10-year compost, I would still be hesitant about the fact that you could potentially have like disease plants down the road. If you had like a hot compost that got like super hot, then maybe. I'd rather just burn it and then use the wood ash. Oh, see, this one broke off too. And that actually looks like a really nice clean break. So that's what the snapping noise was earlier. Whoopsie daisies. So I snapped off my first 2 plants. What is that? That is a piece of plastic. Get all that off. Oh, your mom calls them her fur grandbabies? That is cute. But yeah, that's a really, really nice clean break for the snake plant. And this one, there's still roots in the bottom. I'm wondering if I should leave the roots intact. I do have some of the disease on the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and snippy snip that right off. Do I want to cut off the bottom? I'll leave it for right now. It's a good thing to test things out. I want to know what works, what doesn't. So this will give me a good opportunity to find out what works and what does not. All right, let's get rid of this soil. Not all that soil looking down. There we go. So look at all that soil. We did good. All right. So now I'm gonna have to do separate piles and whatnot. Ooh, my hair's got soil in it also. I knew it was gonna happen. I just want to make sure I don't spill any water, but I do want to bring this closer. My little kitchen island that is currently my planting area. So I know I have some dry top ends. You can kind of see that. I'm actually going to cut that off too, just because it looks a little speckled and I'm unsure if that is a disease spot or not. I totally forgot if I was going to... Do you think I should sterilize in between each cut? I probably should. I'm also going to take these all out again, I think. They've had a little bit of hydration. Yep. If I had more than one of these buckets, I would totally fill it up. But I also want to double check the roots to make sure that all of the hydrophobic parts got out of there. Flower towel. Yes, I know I will have to sanitize my towels. And probably wash things multiple times. Just stick it in there. There we go. You cannot open the treat pot quietly. These rats have sonic hearing, and right there. Oh, so you cannot surprise them. There have been multiple times where I will open a snack for myself, and Remi will be like, "Ooh, is that for me?" She knows exactly what the cheese sounds like. Both the cheese block and also the shredded cheese bag. And she is like right there. She loves the cheese. You can't get away with that one. There is something else too that she likes hearing. And she's like, "Ooh, what is it?" Oh, it's actually whenever I unlock the door. Whenever she hears the lock click open for the door, she is right there with you. You have a pouch of pomegranate chocolates, and it has a Ziploc-esque like top to like the treat bags. Oh, they probably get so excited. Okay, I have both my hydrogen peroxide and also my paper towels. Okay, so this was actually a piece that I had taken off already. It had some rot on the bottom part of it, and it had some spot mold on the top. So I cut the top at a little bit of an angle, so that way I know, hey, that's the top. And then the straight edge is the bottom. So now that I'm gonna actually stick this one in water and have roots grow out of it, and it'll grow out pups. I could actually cut this in half and stick both of them in the water, and they'll both grow out pups. So snake plants, they propagate so easily. I love them, and they produce the most oxygen. So they are a very, very beneficial houseplant. Okay, here's some more of the spot mold, or not spot mold, spot disease that is growing on the top of the plants here. And I'm just gonna snip it off. Now my plants will look a little bit rough, but it'll heal. Ooh, at the end of the stream today, I should totally show you the aloe plant that we trimmed up is already healing massively. The leaves are already closing up, and it's starting to stand up a little bit more. Not a whole lot, but it is starting to stand up a little bit more. But yeah, the leaves are starting to close up. It like dries up where we had trimmed off the leaves, the infected leaves. Lady Gwen! You love my kitchen, thank you! I share it with my sister. Here, these are diseased, both, I can actually show you this. It has it on both sides and also the top. See, I didn't cut that top off. That diseased off and shriveled up. So we're gonna cut that off. Re-sanitizer scissors. Let's look for any other spots. But Lady Gwen, thank you so much and welcome in. Let's see. I see a little bit starting down farther on my leaf here. So I am going to just be aggressive and cut that off because I don't want it to get to the rest of my plant. I also see a dry leaf. I'm actually just gonna take that off right away too. Because we're starting with like all new growth, I can take that out. Let me make sure this one doesn't have rot on the stem either. I'm not sure why some of them were having rot issues down by the base of the plant. But I'm going to make sure that I rinse these really, really well. Oh, see, there's still some hydrophobic soil in here. There's a big, huge chunk yet. So let's put that into the bucket that needs to get sterilized. So did I double check this one? Yes, this one was good. Lady Gwen, thank you so much. It actually has a lot of my sister's decor and stuff all the way along the top of things that she's collected over the years. Oh wow, I can see it snowing in the mountains right now. It's really cool. Sorry, distractions. I get distracted so easily. Ooh, sorry, nose itchy. Probably gonna end up getting dirt on my face. Don't mind that if I do. Unless I get a lot of dirt on my face, then please tell me. Because that's definitely happened before. But Lady Gwen, what have you been up to? I feel like it's been forever since the last time you were in here. Alright, I feel like I have a little bit of spot mold on this actually, so I'm just going to completely cut that off. I could potentially break this off and test it out on this one to see how well the plant survives. I've never purposely taken a main stem off of a pup before for a snake plant. Snow in the mountains, how cold is it where I am? So that's a really good question. I'm curious. I'm gonna draft my hands. I'm gonna look. So yeah, I can't even see one of the mountains right now because there's that much snow between me, the fields, and the mountains. It's actually crazy because yesterday on my way home from the doctor, I got snowed on and then I got pouring rained on for like the last 20 minutes of my walk. And then later when I took Remi outside, it was massive snow. And then it rained again and all the snow is gone. But now it's snowing again today. It is 42 here, but then up in the mountains, I'm sure that it's a lot colder. Oh, I forgot I need to keep my phone away from my computer microphones so that way it doesn't interfere. It's 80 there today? Oh my goodness. I know if I could ever get my streaming to work when I'm actually up in the mountains dog sitting, I take Remi with me. They let Remi come up. They love Remi. I dog sit for this family that has 2 corgis that are absolutely amazing corgis. Remi loves them. They play so much. Can you imagine Remi playing with 2 corgis? I think I posted some pictures actually in Discord. It is so cute. Yeah, it's literally like the cutest thing ever. Here's some more disease on this leaf. So I cut right above it. Do you see that spot? This stalk is actually really, really good. But yeah, Remi absolutely loves playing with the corgis. And if I can ever get my internet to work up there to stream, one of the days that it's snowing up there, I should stream the snow coming down and the dogs playing in the snow because it is amazing. Oh, Shay, thank you for sharing the Discord. You're useless when it comes to plants? Get a snake plant. There have been times where I haven't watered my snake plant in like 2 months and it still survived. Yeah, one time was 2 months. I was gone on a work trip for 2 months, so they didn't get watered. I watered them really, really good before I left. These snake plants, when I propagated them, when I started with like just a little bit of a leaf, um, I just put them in like a huge vase of water. I can't even remember if they were sticking out of the water or not. So that way when I was gone the entire time, they had plenty of water in there in the vase to grow out roots, and I didn't have to worry about them at all. When I got back, if they had like a little bit of water left in there, they were still going really, really good. And obviously, the plant came out really, really well. I think the only reason they got disease is just the environment that they were in, and that it's like cleaner air and stuff here. Oh, there's so much hydrophobic soil in there though. I need to get that out. Um, there's still a lot of soil stuck in between the leaf and the main plant. Oh, she doesn't bother the plants at all. Are snake plants poisonous to dogs? Because yeah, she does not bother the snake plants at all. Any of the plants really. Even when I had um, the big garden, she would not bother the plants at all. She would run circles around the the garden beds so much that there would be Remi trails. One of her favorite places to run, she actually built up enough soil where it was almost like a side ramp that she was running on. So that way when she went around the corner, she could like push off. Or one of my garden beds was like in a corner of a fenced in area. So she like built up the soil so she could get around the corner faster. She loves running. You can't have them around the cats? He gets into everything. Ooh, I actually have seeds for some variegated cat grass. I should find those. Does he like cat grass? Have you ever grown cat grass for him before? Is that something that you would be interested in? It's a type of oat grass, I think, but it's variegated. Let's grab this one next. Oh yeah, look at this one, has disease going all the way up the center of the stem. Do you see that? Isn't that sad? So this entire leaf, let's see where it ends, right there. This entire thing is gonna get chopped. So yep, they'll look sad after a little while, but it'll be good for them. Oh, alrighty then. I was a little bit too forceful with that one. That one just snapped right off. I was trying to find out if this spot down here was a bit of a spot, and there are several spots all the way down. So you know what? We'll just toss that entire leaf. I can't believe that just snapped off. I'm sorry, plant. I did not mean to. Are you okay? I should ask it if it's okay. You grew up with cats and they never bothered the plants? Your mom had Easter lilies, poinsettias, and everything? You do keep cat grass? Oh, you had to plant a new? Oh, that's so cool. I think that's really, really cool. Okay, so on the bottom of the snake plant, I have one leaf that's splitting. I'm wondering if I should peel that off or if I should just leave it. Maybe I should just leave it. But I don't think I have any rot in any of the places. I did have some soil inside of one of the snake plants. Inside of one of the tubulars things. So I did rinse that out. But I think we're good. Some more hydrophobic soil. Okay. Let's wipe down my scissors blade with some more peroxide. I'm actually gonna get another thing of peroxide. You're thinking about getting rid of your Monstera though? Oh no! He loves the sunroom and you want him to just let him in there. He doesn't go unsupervised. If I keep the... So he does like to chew on all of the plants. Do you have, oh no, the Monstera is pretty big. Oh man. Oh, it was bad when he got into Monstera. Oh no. Kitten. Dennis, you're not supposed to be going into that stuff. Oh, sweetie. I know it's so hard to like get rid of plants. Bradfly says, does it need a farm home? This is true. Does it need a farm home? Oh, he's okay now? People, you're overly cautious with him now? Oh, I wonder too, is there a way to put like some sort of netting around it? Like a bird netting? But I suppose the leaves are what hangs down. Does he like the leaves or does he like eating the stems? He likes the leaves. I know that there are some sprays that you can get, especially for like wounds on animals, that you can spray and it's like that icky taste. I wonder if that would be detrimental to a plant if you were to spray it on a plant. You did clip a lot of the lowest hanging leaves. Can you propagate from leaves? You'd love to do a diamond art of Remi? That would be so pretty. She would be so sparkly. I am going to work with Bry on some artwork that he has been investigating of Remi art using his talents with AI. Because there are some very beautiful pictures. I'm not very good at explaining it. Here, I had to chop this leaf off. There is disease on the very, very tip there, you can see. But also going down here, there's disease going across. So very, very sad. Oh, you know what? I probably could save some of that leaf. And use it for propagation. Okay. So now I did a slanted at the top, so I know that that's the top, and then straight across the bottom for the bottom. So now I know that it'll grow roots out of the bottom. You think it needs a node, not just the leaf? It probably does need a node then. Oh, you do? Oh, super cute. Seriously, I love those bandanas on her. Just like the texture of them. Ooh, I do have to change over. It's still snowing yet, so I'm like hesitant to change it over. But since it is now April 1st, I have a new oh goodness, why can't I think of what it's called? A new thing to put on her collar, like a new flower bow. for a trip in Texas. Oh my goodness, it is so cute. It's bright blue and it has duckies on it. Maybe I can change it on her for stream. Oh, I could put both of them on because it is still snowing. The other one has snowflakes on it and I really, really like it. I just saw some snow outside. Oh my goodness. It's only like a few flakes. But I can see the mountains now. The snow's already gone. Shanastar, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. What is this? That looks, I'm not sure if this is bug damage or if that is the mold, or not mold, the mosaic disease. I think it's a mosaic disease. This feels more like bug damage though. Up here, I do have some of the disease along the top side of the leaf. I don't know if you can see that, so I will cut that off. Cut that just straight across. Take the leaves, the dead leaves off to see if there's any rot underneath. This one does have some. I don't know if you can see that. Right here. We want to chop that off right below it. Okay, the above plant looks good, so that means then we'll actually cut right above it. Oh, you know what? The very tip of this has some on it. So the rest of this leaf is good. So the top of it, I cut a little bit of a slant. The bottom is straight across. We'll stick this in water and watch that grow a new plant. I need to post some more pictures of Remi in Discord. Remi girl, do you need more photos of yours taken? I actually don't even have a bandana or a collar on her or anything like that right now because I've been trying to work with brushing her every day. When I took her to the vet, I let the vet know about her skin being really, really dry, and he said to add like fish oils to her diet, or like some sort of like omega-3 to help with her coat and her skin, like her skin health. And I've been giving her more collagen sticks, and that seems to actually be helping. I haven't done the oils for her yet to add to her food, like the pump, but I've been trying to brush her to help like stimulate her skin to produce the oils, and it's been helping a little bit, but I've been keeping her collar off, so it's a lot easier for me to just go straight down and kind of help her skin out a little bit. Oh, Moriko, that was so pretty. She is such a sweet girl. Remi is so sweet. And you are also sweet for thinking about doing that. Can you send me a picture of it after you're done? If you end up doing so? I would love that. That would be so cool to see it. I've always seen diamond art, but I've never gotten into it myself because I feel like I would get distracted and lose more of my day than I already do with the things I do get distracted with. Oh, I can totally message you a few of the photos. I can even post a bunch more in Discord too. I like this plan. I can totally do that. I can totally do that. That sounds like fun. Okay, let's see. I don't think that there's any more on here. Actually, there is. So I guess I need to check the tips of the plants more. There's actually some on the tip of this one. I don't want a chance at spreading. All right, let's go ahead. Stick you in the bucket. Ooh, Lady Gwen, have a good dinner. I'm curious as what you're making. Oh, this one has a lot of it on here. Can you see that? The damage goes all the way down. So sad. So we're gonna cut that, chop that right off. This also has it all the way down here along the front side. So we're gonna go ahead and be aggressive and chop that off. Did I get it all? Yes. Okay. Let me get some more of the soil out of the roots here. I may actually let these roots soak in water overnight just so I can check how the tops and stuff are doing and make sure that um, I might, if I need to, take like a brush or maybe like a paper towel and go over some of the areas where the soil is kind of dried on to the leaves and where the soil was hydrophobic against the roots to see if I can't get any more of that out. Because I want to make sure that the roots can absorb nutrients. If that hydrophobic soil made the plant like scar there, that it cannot accept any nutrients, that's really not good for the plant. I don't want to create any new scarring because that new scarring, it wouldn't be able to collect nutrients through that either, I do not think. But I'm wondering if that's why it created a new root node right here to help. But yeah, the new root node is really, really cute. Can you see it? Sticking out right here. Spaghetti squash with feta cheese. Oh, cherry tomatoes and spices for your kids. You're heating up some beef stroganoff. Oh, that also sounds delicious. And rice that you made for them yesterday. Ooh, that's yummy. Oh, Lady Gwen, that is such a good journey to be on. Last year I lost like 60 pounds? Not quite. I did lose 60 pounds, but I did gain a little bit of it back. But yeah, it was insane. Insanity. So I totally get it. I wish you the best of luck. That actually sounds so delicious. Right now in my fridge, I have I have leftovers. So I have some riced cauliflower, some actually steamed cauliflower in there, some steamed broccoli, some carrots. What else is in there? Some chicken. There are beans in there. There might be some beans. Motoko, you have a succulent? What kind of succulent is it? You managed to keep an orchid going for 5 years? That is actually a really long time. I see so many different orchids. I know that there are so many different species of orchid out there. They're all just so beautiful. I so want to try to grow orchids. But there are so many people that breed orchids, and that's why there's so many different uh, like varieties and species out there. Okay, so this one has a lot of damage. Look at it all on the back of this leaf and the next one. So we're gonna just chop it right off. Chop, chop. This one also has it. Chop. Let's find the lowest. I think the lowest one's right here. Chop. Do you have any? Oh, you do. Okay, so there's nothing. Oh no, there's a little spot right here. Alright, we're gonna chop this one off all the way down to here. Okay, that's really, really sad. Okay, is there any more below before I start chopping? That looks like that right there is scarring. That is not mosaic, but I can tell where it's starting in some of these other spots. So, chop chop. That's really sad. It's a wee little plant. Oh, there's some new root nodes growing. So let's take off the... Oh, see, look at... So I took off some of the dried up leaves, and there's new roots growing underneath. So super, super cool. I love how plants work. It reminds me of pineapples. Oh, there's a little bit more right here. Sometimes I always get worried about like being overly aggressive, but with the snake plant, I'm not worried because I know that it'll recover. Okay, I'm gonna grab another paper towel and do some more hydrogen peroxide. I'm being very liberal with the hydrogen peroxide just because I do want to make sure that we're being as best as possible with our plants. Shadow Star, welcome on in. Thanks for joining us. Do you also garden? Oh, look at all the disease going along the sides up here. I'm not sure if you can see that. Can you see that along the front side? Going along the sides? So we're just gonna chop that right off, right underneath it. And we have several mosaic spots on our plant leaves here. So we're gonna chop right underneath that also. Okay, let me rinse this real quick. There is some dirt in some of these leaves. Oh, you know what? This piece actually just snapped right off, and I'm okay with that because it's very, very tiny and kind of sickly looking anyways. So I think it was ready to leave the node. Okay, what is going on with this soil right here? You are hydrophobic soil. Let's get you out of there. See if I can rinse that out now. You're really trying to work at it? You're in your 4th decade, so you're not getting any younger, and you don't know how many more decades you're gonna have, and if you don't get this sorted out, thank you. I'll be around. Oh, Lady Gwen, never give up. And we are young for forever. For forever. And it is a journey. It's an up and down journey. And I totally get it. You got this. You can totally do it. You don't know what type of succulent, but it seems okay for now. You get some random seeds, so you put them in soil and they are growing. So it's a surprise as to what they are. Ooh, that is really, really exciting. I have a cactus mix of seeds that I am also excited to put into soil sometime and just watch them grow. Okay, so I think I got all the pieces cut off. Is that another piece? That is another piece. Is that scarring or is that, nope, okay. Sad. Well, it is now healthy. So in the bucket it goes. Let's wipe this off. And on to the next one. All right. Let's check this out. This one looks like it might be fully healthy. Oh, there might be a few spots where it's starting. I guess I'd rather be proactive and just chop it. So there's a few spots in the middle where it's starting to happen. I don't know if you can see that. spot right here, and then also along the edges right here. So we'll just go ahead and we'll get that started. Oh, and then along the top of this leaf right here. Oh, it's actually all the way down the sides. All right, we're gonna chop this leaf down as far as where I can see it goes. I made sure to have as best lighting as possible in here so that way I don't miss any of it. All right, there is some older rot on the bottom of this leaf. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna snap it off. Yep. So sadness, but there was some rot on the end of it, and I did not want it on here. The rest of it seems really, really healthy. So I don't know if you can see this, but there's rot happening on the bottom side of this leaf. So just take it right off. That's what we're doing. Part of me wonders if I should put some hydrogen peroxide on it, but I think that we should be okay. That's some dead roots in there. So now, healthy plant. You have never seen snake plants or propagated them before? You have some, but you've never tried propagating them. You've propagated all of your other plants though. So snake plants are really, really cool when you propagate them. So, oh, it just snapped off when I tried pulling it out of here. So, what I did is I took a part of a leaf. Let me grab, so I grabbed like part of a leaf. I do the top cut at a slight bit of a slant. So that way I know what is the top and what is the bottom. The bottom I just do a straight across cut. And then I'll stick that into a glass of water. So that way eventually it'll start growing out roots on the bottom. And then it'll start shooting out a pup on the bottom. And that pup will grow into a whole new plant. And apparently after a while they can snap right off. But it has plenty of root growth on the bottom, so it'll survive just like that. I will leave this one. I'm wondering if I should cut the bottom of this off. Or if I think it might grow a new root out of the bottom, I think I'm gonna cut it off. So I'm actually gonna go up a little bit. Right about there. So that's all a brand new cut. I will actually cut a new top also. Just because I've never left one with the old top on, or I've never done that one before. I suppose I could have used this one as my test subject, but I already cut it now. So now slightly slanted on top, straight across on the bottom, and I'll stick that in water and let it grow some roots. But yeah, my pups they started out really, really tiny, and then, yeah, they're doing really, really well. I didn't get a chance to change out the soil and everything when I moved, and I'm doing that now. So now they're going to be in nice healthy soil and everything, and we're cutting off all of the mosaic. I'm pretty sure it's a mosaic spot virus of some sort that's on them. I'm just cutting that all off because snake plants are really resilient. I feel like I've gone a really long time without planting or without watering mine, and they've survived really, really well. Even going from a lot of sunlight to very low sunlight, they've also done really, really well. What other plants have you propagated? All right, this one has spots going down the leaves also, so I'm going to cut that right off. Oh, you know what? There's some more down here. I feel so bad. Okay, I'm gonna. Nope. I'm just gonna cut this one. It's all the way down there. And I'm sure it's because my plant was stressed, but do you see my snake plant? It's all wavy on this one leaf. So that's why I was like, yeah, I need to get this done as soon as possible. Oh, this one I already had snapped off. Maybe I'll use this one as my test one then to see if a new pup will come out. And I don't see any spots on it, so we'll go ahead and stick it in the water. So I have some spots here on this leaf. So we'll go ahead and chop it off. This leaf looks good. It's just some dirt on that one. Tip of this one is starting to get some. Alright, that all looks great. I'm going to take the dead leaves off and see if there is a new root node underneath. There's not. Oh yeah, there is. Okay. So, good to go. You have succulents, you don't know what kind? Aloe vera and jades. You also have orchids. Oh, orchids that you're trying to get seeds from. I didn't know that you could really get seeds from them. Do you have to do like a cross-pollination process with them? That is really, really cool. My aloe plant right now is very sick. I cut off like 5 to 7 leaves. I'm not exactly sure how many leaves I cut off. I repotted it in new soil. I also made sure that none of the stem is covered, because I think that's what happened is when it was in its previous environment, it was not doing very well. And since the move, some of the soil had kind of went up on the stem. So I think it got its infection through its stem. So I cut off all the bigger leaves. I have, and it was a huge aloe plant. I actually did it in my last garden stream. I felt so bad for cutting out the leaves, but oh my goodness, I knew that it was infected. It smelled so bad. So getting it taken care of taking care of my plants is really, really important to me. So being able to see this plant now bouncing back, it's looking really good. And it's where I cut off the leaves, it's already starting to close up and heal. Temptation! Temptation, how are you and the family? How's it going? You made it back-to-back streams? Whoop whoop, back-to-back garden streams even. That is amazing. I did stream some Call of Duty last night. I might do that again today. We will see. Oh, Temptation is redeeming a large treat for Remi. We can totally do that. Remi girl, would you like to redeem a large treat? Okay, let's see if we can see her. Here, can you come over here? Can you touch? Touch. Good girl. Can you see that? Could you see her? Okay, can you touch? Come on. Remi girl, touch. Yes, you can. You can do it. Don't be scared. Touch. But you're so brave. You're so brave. Touch. Oh. Really? Oh, really? Can I get a shake? Oh, good girl. Oh, I will no see. Okay, come. Okay, touch. Come on. You can do it. Come on, Remi. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Oh, she's gonna try finding a different way. Okay, come over here. Here, can you come this way? And then turn around. Okay, oh, there you go. You can see her. Okay, touch. Good girl. We can totally redeem that large Remi treat. Yeah, would you like a large Remi treat? Oh, yes. Oh, you're so pretty. My pretty girl. Oh, let me see. Snoosh. Oh yes, I will, Kat. This is true. Remi, go. Can you say thank you? Yay! Good girl. So she definitely echoes in here. That is for sure. I like this plan. I will definitely play Call of Duty. Oh no, you're picking her right from surgery. What kind of surgery does she have? Captation, all hugs to your wife. And to you. I know it can probably be rough on both of you guys. Medical photos done? Woo! Are you gonna post them in Discord? Yeah, I'm excited. Okay, I have a few snake plants left to go. My worst one, I'm gonna save for last, because that one has a ton of spots on it. Okay, this one has some spots down here. I am really excited for Call of Duty later. I'm also starting to get hungry again. I did eat before I started, didn't I? That was only like 2.5 hours ago. It's probably because I did eat breakfast. And I'm not even tired today. Normally, sometimes I crash in my day and I can barely keep my eyes open. And since going to the chiropractor, I feel so awake. It's amazing. But my neck was off, my back was like, all my muscles were super, super tight, and my hips were off a lot. Gallbladder. So good riddance for her. Well, I'm glad that she is getting that taken care of. I've heard a lot of people having problems with their gallbladder in the last year. Oh man, coffee. So delicious. That's still my first coffee of the day. All right, I have a little spot down here. The rest of it, that seems like, is that scarring of some sort? Nope, that's definitely something also. So we will definitely just chop that right off. Let's take off these lower leaves to expose the new roots that are coming through. Ooh, there's still some hydrophobic soil. Let's look at removing that. It feels like it's plastered to the plant. Ooh, this one, I think this is actually scarring on the side. I'm wondering if I should just cut it off or just leave it. I should be fine with just leaving it. There's some scarring along the side of the stem. Oop, I need to make sure I don't spill water on my keyboard. Oh man. I might leave it. If I'm wrong and it starts doing some more spotting, then I know I was wrong and that I need to change how I do things in the future. So, into the water bucket it goes. Okay, next one. Oh, I think I cut this one off already. Because I see a clean cut at the top. Let's go ahead and take off the lower leaves and see if there's any cute new root nodes on the bottom. It's so satisfying on peeling this off. Especially if you do come across a root node. I should have a little tweezers. But there are some cute little root nodes coming out. Let me get this cleaned up and I will show you. I don't know if you can see them. There's one sticking straight up right here. It's very cute. Ooh, ooh, I want to see the photo. Pet love. Oh, I love the little claws. That is so cute. And also the whiskers. That is really, really cute. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love animals. And I just, yeah, that just warms my heart and like hits the soul, doesn't it? You right? Okay, so this has it all the way down the side. I'm gonna break this off and just toss this entire thing. Oh, forgive me. Oh, that did a really good snap at least. Look, it's all the way down the sides. And even along the front and stuff. And then this one has really big spots. You see the one right in the middle? And along the top and stuff? So we're just gonna cut that off. I kinda wanna do it at an angle. Try to keep it as much of the good stuff as possible. This one's getting it at the very top. Oh, and this one actually has rot on the bottom of this stem. So we're gonna slowly see, gonna see if I can break this stem off. Because it's really close to the bottom. I don't think I'll be able to cut that. All right. It's rotting a little bit. Can you see that? I'd rather just take it out instead of worrying if it's gonna be bad or not. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut right above that rot. The rest of the stem, still good, so it's gonna get stuck in water. And the rest of this is good to go. I don't see any other rot in any other places. Ooh, this is, let's take this off. That should be good. You'll send more soon of your other girls. Ooh. How many snake plants do you keep? So I used to have 4 planters worth, and now I have, these are all my snake plants. This is what I have left. Eventually, I want to look at maybe, because the roots don't grow very big. I'm sure that they probably could if you let them grow really big, but I kind of want to see about doing an indoor gutter, like maybe thrifting a gutter that someone's thrown out or something like that, reshaping it and like patching it if need be, or building something where I can have it maybe inside and have it be like a nice long strip planter, and having snake plants like grow all the way along, and maybe put something like that along a wall or something, so I can keep as many snake plants as I want, and they can just keep I can keep planting down down the row. It'd be like a natural forest along the wall. How cool would that be? It'd be an awesome idea. Can you imagine? Because I know that they can get really, really tall. So can you imagine just like going along the hallway and it's just like leaves going down? That's a cool idea. Thank you. There's all like little things in my head that I want to try sometime. Okay, so this one is my last one. It's also my worst one. Look how bad that is. That's what initially caught my eye. I was like, when I put it in the in the U-Haul, I was like, I know I'm gonna have to take care of this, and I didn't get to it until now. So it's been like, I'm very, very sorry, plants. It's been like that for a couple years now. But now we're taking care of it and we're good to go. But look at, even on part of the dead part, you can see where that original spot was. So if I leave it, the entire thing's gonna end up drying up, and I don't want that to happen. So let's find the lowest spot, which right here are the lowest spots. There is some scarring. I'm not sure if that, I think that's just scarring. So let's cut this right at the top. And then this big, huge leaf. This is actually the leaf that I originally propagated with. Look how big it is now. I remember that this leaf was only like yay big. And it still grows. So we're gonna chop that off. All right, there's still a lot of, you can see where little nodes have shot off of the stem. They're really, really cool. Taking off the dead foliage because I feel like there's still some soil stuck in there. Some hydrophobic soil that's stuck to part of the dried off leaf. So I want to make sure to get that out of there so the plant roots can breathe. I will have to work at something in the future about maybe doing like a separate cam to really show what it is that I'm doing on the plant itself, to kind of zoom in so you guys can really see what I'm looking at. I think that would be cool. Especially if I do like some sort of crafts and stuff down the road on stream, that you guys would also be able to see that. Or even just like gardening stuff. Oh, there's a cement truck going by. That just makes me think of more craft ideas. Right. Let's double check. You can see where the hydrophobic soil was along the stems a little bit. It's super, super dry up in there. And we had it soaking in water. Even the roots here are completely hydrophobic. They're fully dry. So some of those roots are kind of almost dead. I could actually pull those off. And there's a new plant node, actually, a new root node. I pulled off all that dry soil. There's a new root already coming out. So it's already trying to stick its way out, trying to get some water in. So in the water goes. So I put some of the leaves already in the garbage, but here is a, well, let me move my scissors. Wipe down my tools. You wish you could send me some videos of your girls? Oh, We can make it happen after Remi Cam. That is true. Remi Cam gets priority. She's all sprawled out on the carpet. Just loving life right now. Let's throw away that paper towel. So I did throw some of the stems in the garbage bag already, but here are all of our stems that we are tossing out. We cut those all off of our snake plants. Now, some people would be okay with their plants getting spots and stuff like that, and sometimes that's okay. Sometimes they survive, but since mine are indoors and my aloe plant was really sick, I did not want the sickness to kind of continue and carry over into any of the new seedlings, especially since I had problems with fungal growth, and a lot of my seedlings that I planted during one of my first garden streams here, practically all those seedlings died. So that actually smells really, really good. But I did not want it to continue over. So I figured might as well get rid of all the disease stuff. Otherwise I probably would have procrastinated it even more. And might as well get this done so that way I can get more seedlings started, or more seeds started, and I can start growing some of my veggies, because oh my goodness, do I miss growing veggies so much. I was really, really sad when I think the first mushroom grew, and I was trying to keep on top of taking all the mushrooms out of my containers, but one of the first ones grew in like my lettuce containers, and then like killed off the sorrel, and yeah, I think all my lettuces got hit first because I did those all in the compostable cups, and yep, it was devastating. But y'all, you know what? Okay, so I've been streaming for 2.5 hours for Garden Stream today. I'm gonna let these soak as much as I want to upplant them. I think because the soil was so hydrophobic, I want to make sure that they have direct contact with water overnight. So I think then tomorrow for Garden Stream, because I do want to do a Garden Stream tomorrow. I want to make sure that all of this gets put together. I wanted to get it done tonight, but I want to make sure that these get soaked and these get done first. So tomorrow for Garden Stream, I want to look at getting my planter towers done first. I even have some of these from a while ago, from a couple of years ago from the dollar store. It was like a 2-pack, and they were really, really small ones. So I can actually stack them, and I might do herbs or single lettuces in here to do seed sorting. I might actually put them direct into here to get them started up. And then I have bigger ones where I can do, let's see, maybe some like celeries and things that need more space. I can't think, my brain won't think right now. But I want to get these soil and stuff in here tomorrow. I want to get the snake plants done. We mixed our soil together today already, so the soil is all ready to go into these containers. What I'm going to do is I'll line them first with some shredded paper, and then put the soil in. And with these ones, I will actually need to take something. I'll probably take like an X-Acto blade or something like that, and take out at least one hole in each one of these, because I'm going to be gone, and because it's so dry out here, I don't want these to dry out. So I want them to retain as much moisture as possible, since they'll dry out really fast. There's 3 holes in the bottom of each one of these. I'll probably just take out one of the holes and start with that. If I need to end up taking out more holes, it won't be so hard to take out another drainage section with it. So that is my plan. Let's see. So I have 4 of these, so I can stack that to be 4 high. So that's something that I can plant vertically. So I'm really, really excited about that. I have ones that are way larger than that. They are this big, and it's a 3 set. So there's 3 sections, and it's 3 tall. So with 9 different sections, that's 9 different plants, and I can still interplant. So if I do like one big plant and then like a small plant in there, I think I should be fine. I might do some dwarf tomato and some smaller pepper varieties. Do you guys think that sounds like a good idea? Or should we look more into it tomorrow? I do need to look. I want to plant some more radishes, which I might end up, once everything else gets filled, I think I will actually grow stuff in this container. Oh, but I also have all these other containers that I washed out, um, that they are self-watering. I'll plant into here, but then I'll drop this into the self-waterers. I think that's my plan. I think that's what I want to do. So, what do you think? Does that sound like a good idea? So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to, oh, I still have some more to throw away yet. I need to take this apart and wipe it down with like I think I'll do hydrogen peroxide, let it air out, and then wipe it down with a Clorox wipe afterwards. I want to make sure that everything gets sanitized as much as possible. I'm even gonna wash my hands probably twice with Dawn dish soap. Is there actually like a soap that is better than that as far as like washing your hands with? For like, I feel like that's what I wash my hands with. I mix my own foaming hand soap together with some Dawn dish soap. But I always wonder if there's something better to use. But I can definitely tell that my hands feel weird, so I want to make sure I wash them really, really good. I might even, well, no, even just rinsing off my plants might be a good idea, might not. I might rinse off my entire snake plant. Ooh, I see a spot I missed already. Look at that, I missed it. Little spots. See, there's always something sometimes that you miss. And that's okay. See, you just caught it. I might though, my plants are a little bit dusty, my snake plants, so I might actually fill up my sink full of water and wipe them all down in there. But I think for right now, should I raid someone? I do want to look at setting up another stream. So I think what I might do is I might end the stream and have you guys raid whoever it is that you would like to raid and do a hashtag puddle duck raid. Let's also do some end credits because y'all are amazing. Seriously, thank you so much for today. I am also excited because what I would really like to do is also plant some marigold plants. I might do that in individual containers also tomorrow because I do want things to also just be pretty. So I will also plant some flowers. So thank you all so much for the wonderful stream. You can raid someone else and say hashtag puddle duck raid. Let me put it in the chat so that we can copy and paste if you want. But if you are not coming later to see the Call of Duty stream, have a wonderful evening, and I'll definitely see you tomorrow if you'd like to come back for another gardening stream. Otherwise, I'll see you all later for some Call of Duty. Bye!